Hello, my name is Emma Tobias, and I ask you guys to trash my TBR. This is my TBR shelf. I will show you better in a moment. I own more read books than unread books, and that has come from the fact that I've gotten rid of a lot of books over the years, and I don't really buy books very often anymore. I'm very selective, and when I do, I normally buy books on Kindle or e-reader. But I still have this lovely little TBR shelf that I do want to get through. It doesn't matter how many unread books you have. I feel like that should be said and like something to remind people. But I still want to get through these, and I would love for you guys, much like Sylvia from Wish Fulfillment and Emma from Drinking by My Shelf has done, I want you to trash my TBR and tell me the books that are worthwhile and the books that are not worthwhile. And I'll definitely take that into consideration. So I'll try to go as fast as possible, but we will see. Okay, so this is my unread bookshelf. Over here are some of my other bookshelves. There's a lot of random crap that I have, like ketchup bottles and paint jars and brownie mix. But anyway, this is my unread shelf. So let's dive right in. So this is a book about film that I read many years ago, and it's just there for prettiness. That's an old camera. Okay, moving on. I would say all of these books from here on I've had since 2012, so they're some of my oldest books I've had on my TBR. Death Comes to Pemberley by P.D. James, One More Thing by B.J. Novak, I Feel Bad About My Neck and I Remember Nothing by Nora Ephron, Monologue by John Max, The Fourth Bear by Jasper Ford. Jasper Ford is one of my favorite writers. Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson, Spot by John Van Der Root, which I heard about on BookTube in like 2011. Jane Austen's Book Club by Karen Joy Fowler, Beautiful Ruins by Jess Walter, Various Pets Alive and Dead, which I bought in London for the first time I went in 2012, and started it, never finished. A Woman in Charge by Carl Bernstein. This is a signed edition, which is probably the only reason why I still have it, because I don't think I'm ever going to finish it. I started it and didn't finish it. That's a running theme. Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, Beloved by Toni Morrison, Brideshead Revisited. Guys, this cover, right? Iconic. It's the best. Agnes Grey by Anne Bronte, which I, again, have started and probably actually did finish, but I don't remember. High Society by Ally Carter. The Big Over Easy. White Noise by Don DeLillo. The Girl on the Train, which I feel like I should just get rid of because everyone's already read it. I feel like I lost the magic. All the Light We Cannot See. The Printer's Devil. Island of Glass by Nora Roberts. The Secret Diary of Lizzie Bennet, which is actually my sister's. So I should probably just give that back to her and solve that problem. Skippy Dies by Paul Murray, The Age of Innocence by Edith Wharton, A Tale of Time City by Diane Wynne Jones, What Matters in Jane Austen and Dear Jane Austen, An African in Greenland, Alibis by Andre Ackman, The Horologicon by Mark Forsyth, and Two Serious Ladies by Jan Boyles. Up here I have The Duchess of Bloomsbury Street by Helen Hand, A History of U.S. Feminism by Roy Dicker, The Bookshop by Penelope Fitzgerald, The Art of the English Murder by Lucy Worsley, Asheton, by Debbie Somerset Maugham. He is who I wrote my senior thesis on in college. I have A The Uncommon Reader by Alan Bennett, Promise of Shadows by Justina Ireland, A Close and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers, The Miniaturist, Tales of the Peculiar, The Spy Who Came In From the Cold by John le Carre, and How Literature Saved My Life. And then moving down here, I will try to make it so you can see it, but I might fail. Let's see. I could move my tripod down, but really who has time? That book showing up again. I have Scrappy Little Nobody by Anna Kendrick, Nightmares by Jason Segel, The Royal Wedding by Meg Cabot, The 12 Days of Christmas by Lisa Dickerson, which I'll probably keep because of Christmas time, The Mysterious Benedict Society and the Perilous Journey, and The Mysterious Benedict Society and the Printer's Dilemma, the second and third books in that series. I have The Subtle Knife and The Amber Spyglass, the second and third books in that series. The Dressmaker, The Screaming Staircase, Dryland by Sarah Jaffe, that's a Own Voices queer book. The God of Small Things, The Yiddish Policeman's Union by Michael Chabon, one of my favorite writers. Night Watch by Sarah Waters. Q's Legacy by Helen Hand. Straight Man by Richard Russo, which just puts me off. The cover, anyway. Geek Club by Catherine Dunn. 3 Bags Full. How to Be a Heroine. Labyrinth Lost. A Brief History of 7 Killings. The Husband's Secret, Sleeping Giants, A Tale for the Time Being, which has suicide in it, so I'm not a subject that I like to read about, so please let me know about this book, how that's handled, if you could. Love in the Time of Cholera, Great Expectations, Crescent, The Dark Prophecy, and The Ship of the Dead, which are sequels in Rick Riordan series. The Finishing School by Muriel Spark, Bath Talk by Daniel Lazarin, The Small Bachelor by P.J. Wodehouse, and Franny and Zoe by J.D. Salinger. Okay. And I have 3 minutes and 44 seconds to get through these, because I don't have a lot of memory. Alright. These are all my graphic novels that I've read, but I have 2 that I haven't read, which include East of West and Black Hole by Charles Burns. But also down here I have another Brooklyn by Jacqueline Woodson, On a Beautiful Day by Lucy Diamond, who I met at an event that Emma let me come to with her in London. The Ice Queen, Cranford by Elizabeth Gaskell, The Duchess of Bloomsbury Street by Helen Hanff, Hey Harry, Hey Matilda by Rachel Houlihan, One Day We'll All Be Dead and None of This Will Matter by Sachi Cole, American Panda, The End of Mr. Y by Scarlett Thomas, Jen Campbell's The Beginning of the World in the Middle of the Night, Maureen Johnson's Truly Devious, The Price Guide to the Occult, The Secret Library by Oliver Tyrrell, Caravel, which no one likes, but I started and kind of want to finish for hateful reasons, but also for worse. Children of Blood and Bone, The Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero, which I've owned since my boyfriend and I started dating, and that was a year ago, so. The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, Lucy Worsley's Jane Austen at Home, The Lost Flowers of Alice Hart by Holly Ringgold, and then all of these Dorothy Sayers books, which I got for a research grant that I was given to study Dorothy Sayers in college, but specifically her novel, Gaudy Night and Best Friend's Honeymoon. So I didn't read a ton of her other books, which is bad of me, but... And then this giant coffee table book about fashion. So please, trash my TBR! Anyway, I hope you have a lovely day.